they took the light. I think it's recording. Be still and know that I am God. I guess this is going to be the end of this video. A lot of things happened. God started to speak to me about the plans that he had for me. I started losing sleep. I could not sleep. God gave me his word. Consistency is a lot. It's a lot of work.
She's a force to be reckoned with. Yeah, she's one of a kind. Got that confidence and style.
Hello beautiful people, and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome to my channel, and if you're not new, if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. And thank you for coming back. A lot of things happened, but we're not going to dive into the details of what happened today. That is going to be a story for another day. So now I'm back. Okay, I'm not going to promise, but I'm going to try my very best to remain consistent here on YouTube. Okay, so I think we should just talk about what is going on in the country right now, because Nigeria is a total mess right now. Like, and I was happy to leave school. Yeah, I was happy to be done with school, but outside school, it's another jungle on its own. Please, you that are undergraduates, enjoy it while you can. Enjoy it while you can, because the struggle is real. The pressure is getting worse. The struggle is real actually, because it's like, okay, now that I'm done with school, what do I want to do with my life? What do I want to do with my life? What's the next thing to do? What's next after school? What next? It can be a whole lot of pressure, but one thing I just want to say is that if you're in this phase, I think I was already panicking even before I left school, but at the point where I knew, oh my god, I was going to be leaving school soon, I panicked and I was just so scared of what the outside world holds for me, and it kind of put me under a certain pressure that I didn't even know. It made me put myself under pressure that I didn't even know I was under. I think also happened that made me almost, when I say almost, I was at the verge of slipping into depression here, but I didn't. Thankfully for a good community that God put me in. It was like God knew that that was going to happen at that particular time, and right before it happened, God puts me in that community. Yes, He put me in that community of people, even though I didn't talk to anybody about it. But you see, that community was the only thing that kept me sane, that kept me going at that moment, because it was like I was just waking up every day. I'm like, wake up every day today. What does today hold for me? Nothing. But the only thing I always looked forward to at that point in time was the point where I had to go to church. Yeah, the community I'm talking about was my church when I was still in school. Global Harvest Church, Oyekiti. Yes, that community. They don't know actually. It was later I talked to someone in the church about it, pastor, my discovery pastor, about it, but nobody knew I was going through. It was like at that moment I developed a mask, I developed a facade. It was like when I'm at home, I'm my sulking mood, or I'm thinking, or whatever, or whatnot. I'm just in that mood where I'm not supposed to be. But the moment I have to go to church, I switch. It's like I just mask I mask everything I'm going through with a smile, with a happy face. Even at times when I get there, not in a good mood, I end up, coming out of that my sour mood in the midst of those people. It was a good thing and not a good thing at the same time. It was a good thing because I was then suppressing my feelings. That was what made it. That was what made it hard on me. It kept eating deep because I felt like I could not talk to anybody about it. I felt like there was nobody that could relate with me, because actually I don't know, but at that point to me it was like nobody could relate to what I was going through, so I did not see the need to talk to anybody about it. Not like I did not see the need, but I wasn't sure if I should talk to someone about it. I was not sure if I I should talk to someone about it or not. It was something my parents knew actually. My parents knew about it, but they just knew about it. I'm sure they didn't know I had it as hard as I did have it then. But with the help of God, actually, and one thing that kept me going, which is something I'm here to say today, in everything you are going through, don't forget God. Do not forget God, because I would say God was the one thing that helped me through that. It was the one that helped me come out of that, because and it was around that time, funny enough, it was around that time I started to take my walk with God seriously. And one thing that kept me going was worship. Like, God, guys, I love worship. I love worshiping. So at times when I feel like I'm slipping into that mood where I shouldn't, I just, pick up my phone and play worship song and just begin to worship. And the process of worshiping, my mood just lifts. I was just basically doing worship songs. I was mostly doing worship and I was always praying, guys. I was always praying. That was the time I knew that, oh my God, I could pray. I would pray in tongues for long. I would just be there and just pray in tongues, pray in tongues, pray in tongues. I'll worship, pray in tongues. That was just my routine. That was like a way of getting the burden I was feeling off my chest. And it was like every time I prayed, I felt better, yeah. But it was not an easy process. It was not a one day thing. But I noticed that every time I did pray, I actually did feel better and better and better. And one changing point was camp meeting, guys. So my church Global Harvest, we have something we call the Discovery. Discovery is the student and youth expression of Global Harvest Church. It's a place where, all other than the normal church where we have adults, we have children, we have youth, the Discovery is for students and youth especially. So that's where we come, to be ourselves. We talk, we pray, we fellowship together, we do everything together. So Discovery in Ekiti, they have a camp meeting that they organize every year. It's a Discovery camp meeting, and it was my first time attending. And truth be told, I wasn't going to attend. I wanted to attend, but they had fixed the dates already. Yes, that was what happened. They had fixed the dates before, but they had to postpone it. And funny thing was that if the camp actually held at that original date they had fixed, I would not have attended. But they fixed that date and I was able to attend. They postponed rather, and I was able to attend. And guys, I kid you not, that camp meeting was the best thing that has ever happened to me. It was a very, very transforming point of my life. It was a very huge turnaround for my life. I experienced a lot of things in that camp meeting, a lot of things that I cannot even say, guys. Spiritually, like, I felt like that camp meeting was my comfort. God gave me His word. He gave me His word. He never gives His word without confirmation. So it was like a confirmation of the word of God for me, and I was just so happy. And at that moment, I decided to rest everything to the hands of God. And I decided to just put everything at God's heart. And after that, I spoke to my discovery pastor about what I was going through. That was like when I was about leaving school. So she just encouraged me and she prayed with me. And I felt, even though at the time I spoke to her about it, I was already feeling better. Yes, I was already feeling better. It was camp meeting. Camp meeting was the turning point for me. And for you to know, guys, how much this thing affected me to the point that I started losing sleep. That's to know how how what I was going through was getting to me. I started losing sleep. I could not sleep for like a month or two. I was not sleeping, guys. It was when, after camp meeting, I told God, I said, God, this thing has to stop. Why am I losing sleep? Like, I'm just a young girl. Why would I not be sleeping? Like, people will be sleeping, I'll watch them sleep. For a whole night, I might not close my eyes a wink. So it's around 7 a.m. in the morning. I'll not start sleeping. And most times I sleep 7 a.m. I'll still have to wake up by 10 a.m. again. And, get on with the day and all. I never sleep. So I don't sleep. I could not sleep. But after camp meeting, I told God, I was like, God, this has to be the breaking point. I don't want this again. I don't want to lose sleep. I want to regain my sleep back. I just spoke to God about that part of me not being able to sleep. And God answered my prayers. After that, I gained my sleeping. I could sleep normally without anything. I think that was when I actually started to heal from that. The moment I regained my sleep, I started feeling better. I started to heal little by little until now. I can say I'm fully healed. Maybe not fully, but I at that moment I began to trust in God more, and God began to tell me. You see, when God says, "Be still and know that I am God," your anxiety, you being anxious, you being worried, it does not change God's time. Yeah, it does not make his God, it does not make God's work any faster, neither does it make it any slower. No matter the state you are in, God will still do what he wants to do. So the best thing for you to just be patient and wait upon the Lord. The Bible says, "They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagle. They shall run and they shall not be afraid." So me being still and like trusting in God did a whole lot for me. And it was at that moment God started to speak to me about the plans that he had for me, that the plans he had for my life. That was when God started to speak to me, and that was when I got to know that okay, God didn't just abandon me. This thing that I'm going through is a phase, and he knows about it. And if he didn't want it to happen to me, it would have not happened. It was even like what happened was like a stepping stone for another great thing to come for me. So everything just began to make sense. Yes, everything began to make sense. And I'm so grateful to God. Grateful to God for everything that he has done in my life, because even though anybody that sees me now might be looking like it may look like my life is not on track right now, and I actually don't have my life figured out. I really don't. I don't have my life figured out, but I'm willing to wait on God and see where he's taking me. So I'm willing to relax and go on this roller coaster ride with God. I trust God is the one driving. I trust him that he's not gonna run me into any car. I'm not gonna get into an accident. We're going to arrive at the place where he wants me to arrive at, safe and sound. I really trust him and I know that he's going to do it. So, guys, I promise I did not plan to say all this. I started recording this video with nothing in mind. I just wanted to record for you. So while I was recording, they took off their lights, but that did not stop my shine. Yes, thank you very much if you watched this video up to this point. Are the real MVPs. Thank you very, very and so much. I really do appreciate you. Just know that I love you. Please don't forget to subscribe if you've not done that. Subscribe, like this video, give it a thumbs up so that YouTube can push this video to other people. This video might be something that someone needs right now. The encouraging words, like my whole experience and everything, could be something that someone needs right now. So please do well to share this video to your family, your friends, your brothers, your sisters, anybody, your mom, your dad. Share this video to everybody. Like, subscribe, share it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Bullshit.